everyone, Rio here, bringing you my Beelstar deck profile for Hyper Coliseum. So recently this deck was played on our channel against Mirage Galga. Ended up going 1-2. I lost that matchup, but we thought we'd bring it to you guys since it's a little something a little bit more interesting than our current meta right now. So we'll start with eggs. Currently, I'm running 4 of the purple start deck Gatomon. Its effect is when attacking, if you have 6 or less cards in hand, you draw 1. There's a lot of times you're gonna have 6 or less cards in your hand in this deck, since you're constantly discarding, playing options and stuff. So this always come in handy. The other egg is 1 Gatomon, which is on deletion trash 2 cards. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's nice and it's nice and pretty straightforward. Just trash 2 cards, get your engine going a little faster. The reason I'm running 5 eggs is because most of the deck you're going to be swinging with your little guys anyway. So having the extra draw doesn't hurt. Plus, you're going to end up using all of them probably anyway. If not, you should win the game by then or lose by then. So either way, you know. Next are Digimon. I'll start things off with rookies. We have 4 of the new structure deck Gatomon. Its effect is when attacking, draw 1 card, trash 1 card. Pretty self-explanatory. Gets engines going as inheritable. Its other effect is when it's on the field instead of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, you just gain 1 memory. Pretty straightforward. There's a lot of times where, especially if you hit the new Garurumon on their turn, you just spit it out, and then you start your turn with an extra memory next turn, so it doesn't hurt. Next is All Reliable. 4 of this purple Gatomon from BT2. Inheritable effect is draw 2, trash 1 on deletion. Again, a lot of this deck is just going to be you trashing, you filling your drop zone, getting everything ready for Beelstar. So definitely good. We can enjoy it while we can. Next we have 3 Blue X Antibody Gatomon. This is a good searcher. It helps you extend Digivolve on top of the other Gatomons for a draw 1. You always flat play it as well, so very good. On to level 4s. We have 4 of the structure deck Garurumon. Inheritable is when attacking, draw 1, trash 1. Just like the Gatomon. The other effect is Insecurity. If you hit it, you can play one Gatomon or 1 card with Matt Ishida in its name from your trash or hand. That comes in handy in a lot of matchups. Just helps you gain more bodies, more things for you to Digivolve off of to build up to your Melga. However, that's the most important part probably. And the other one is when Digivolving, you draw 1, trash 1. Next we have 2 Scatter Mode. That's purple Scatter Mode. It's pretty often you see these cards in decks. Most decks just run the Scatter Mode just to have the extra discard engine. Effect on deletion, draw 3, trash 2. Next we won 1 Porcupamon, just in case you want to do the defensive plays with your Nailbone. 1 Ginkaku Promote for the offensive plays with your Nailbone. Going into level 5s. 4 structure deck Garurumon. Remember that these do have an errata on them, so the when attacking for inheritable isn't the same. It's I believe it's like delete a level 4, right? And then the when attacking effect is probably the most important part. It's once per turn you trash a card, you attempt to suspend it. Very good for your little push plays. Again, helps you fill your drop. That's only level 5 I choose to run. Level 6s, we play 2 Ace. Again, just steals turns back to your side. Nice little safety net. Also, when it attacks, you can discard 1 card to pop a Digimon on your opponent's field. That's the lowest level. There's times where people don't forget about this effect, and you just pop Megas for free. So it's great. And then, of course, the counter effect, which is the most important part, is when Digivolving, you discard up to 3 cards and gain a memory for each. So let's say your opponent attacks you after they're done Digivolving, they're at 0, you plop this down, you can discard 1 or 3, just pass it straight over to yourself. Our star of the show that doesn't get played as much as you think because you never draw it, Beelstar. So Beelstar's effect is When you play a card with a Three Musketeers trait, the option can be played without the color requirement, but in the end of the day, you don't really use that effect as much as you think you would. It's very rare that you use it. Most of your options are purple, so it comes into play anyway. Or you run the tamer that corresponds to the color, so it really doesn't matter. But what matters is for every 7 cost option or 3 Musketeer, or I think also... No, that's it. Just the 7 cost option and 3 Musketeer. For every one in your drop, her cost to play flat out goes down by 1. So you late game you can drop this for 1, sometimes 3, sometimes free. And it's full value. And when you play her, you can add a 7 cost option from drop to hand, and then play a 7 cost option from hand. So you get free deletion, free card bounce, just things to keep your engine rolling, and then you can always recycle her as well with another option later. Last card as far as Digimon goes is 1 Death X. Just saves the game. It's purple, so you can recycle it as well. Just flat out good card. Next we will do options. For options, we'll start off with 4 Rivals Barrage. It's like the best deletion option for this deck right now. Sometimes you do, it's random matchups, you mill it off the top and it procs anyway, so it's pretty cool. But its effect mainly that you're going to be using it for is it deletes the highest cost Digimon from your opponent's fields. Yeah. Next we have 2 Fly Bullets. Another just generic deletion card. It deletes level 6s or less though, so it's not as good as Rivals Barrage, but you know, it helps you get around things. 2 Nailbone. Nailbone's effect is you may play this card. When you play this card, you can bring back a level 3 and a level 4 from your drop zone, but their on plays do not go off. The other effect and security is you may play 1 level 4 from your drop, but the on play does not go off. Sometimes, mainly, you'll be using your Beelstars late game to proc Nailbone, and then you'll bring out your Porcupamon if you want a defensive play. Yeah, the Porcupamon if you want some defensive play if you're not going to kill them that turn. Or you go into your Ginkaku Promote for the offensive rush. Sometimes, majority of the times, you Nailbone, Ginkaku Promote, you swing with it, hope it dies, goes to trash. If you have more Beelstars, you just do the same play again, keep swinging with it, keep getting free damage on the board. You can bring back your Scatter Mode for more mill if it's early game still. And then as far as level 3 goes, most of the times you just bring back this boy and then have them pass turn back to you or see if he lives. You gain a free memory later. It's pretty nice. Next on the list, I play 2 Cocytus Breath. It just bounces a Digimon from your opponent's field back to their hand. Very good removal. And notice how this is a blue option. We also have a Howling Crusher. They're both blue options, but then we'll be able to play them due to not only Beelstar's effect to just add them back to him and pop them back out, but I also run a blue Tamer. So that's going to come into play in a second, and I'll show you guys in a moment. We have 1 just Vault Schwarmer. Yeah, just so this card, main effect, you delete all of your opponent's play cost 7 or less. It helps clear boards sometimes. It's good in like the cross matchup, stuff like that. Another card you can run is the red version of this option, which deletes all of the lowest level. They're both really good, both very situational, but this is the one I choose to go with just because our shop meta happens to fall under this category a little bit more. It is a black option, but again with Beelstar, and this is a 3 Musketeers option, so you can play without the color requirements. Lastly, we have the MVP, Calling from the Darkness. What it does is, main effect, you delete one of your Digimon, you add 2 purple Digimon back to hand. You use this to recycle Death X's, recycle Beelstars, recycle anything in your line that you need to keep going. Wonderful card. We really need it back at least 2, but things will get out of hand if we have 4. So, lastly, we have Tamers. I have 2 Analog Youth. Analog Youth comes so clutch when you're just milling 3 cards off the top, adding anything random that's a Digimon to hand, sending your 7 cost options off the top of your deck straight into the drop. Very good. I don't proc the on deletion effect that goes with it, which is on all turns whenever your level 5 or higher Digimon dies and there's Digivolution cards under it, you can tap it to gain 1 memory and hatch a new egg. That doesn't happen often for me, but it does happen in certain situations for a lot of people. I'm just unlucky and it never works the way I expect it to. Next we have 3 of the Gabumon Maishida. Literally none of the other effects matter. The only one that matters is when you move a Gabumon or Garurumon out from raising out to the field, you draw 1, gain 1 memory. That's all you need it for. And then it helps proc your other options. It's your best blue option in my opinion for now. And lastly, we have 2 of the structure deck Met Ishidas. Not only is he a memory setter, or no, is he a memory setter? Yeah, right? Yeah, he's a memory setter. And when you discard a card, you tap him, all turns, you gain a memory. You discard on your turn, you discard on your opponent's turn. There's times where you're going to do both. It's nice to have these on the field. You never know when you're going to need them. But yeah, that's mainly everything from my deck. As far as building it goes, there's tons of ways you can move it around, tons of other cards you can choose to run. This is kind of just what's working best for me right now. Again, shout out to RB who I saw play this deck and I was like, oh wait, I have Beelstar stuff, I'll play it too. But yeah, that's kind of everything. Thank you so much you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and have a good one. Bye.